Hey guys, so in this video you're not just going to learn exactly what Amazon FBA is, but you're also going to get a detailed explanation of what some of the pros and cons are of Amazon FBA, so that at the end you'll either be excited and ready to get started with Amazon FBA, or perhaps I'll have helped you realize that it's not the option for you for making money online. The purpose of this video is to give you a broad overview of how everything works, and then if you're interested, in my next video I'm going to run you through a step-by-step process in getting started with Amazon FBA. My name's Rory from rorygoddardmentoring.com. Let's get started. So if you don't already know, FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, which essentially translates to being a program where Amazon do all the hard work for you in the process of selling products on Amazon. So here's how it works. Obviously, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find the right products to sell, or the right product to sell. I'm not going to go too much into detail in this video, and I'm going to save that for the next video. However, what I will say is that it's probably not as hard as what you might think. So once you've found a product, you're actually going to send the product to Amazon. So whether or not you purchase the products yourself and send them to Amazon yourself, or you can actually send the ask the supplier to send the product directly to Amazon. And where you're actually sending it to Amazon is what's called fulfillment centers. So they have these huge warehouses that are run by robots and really hard-working employees who are there to do all of the work for you. So once your product arrives at one of these fulfillment centers, then what's going to happen is your product is going to be inventoried and sorted. Now it's important to note that Amazon take really good care of your products, and if in the off chance something does happen to your products, they get damaged or something goes wrong, Amazon will actually reimburse you the retail price of your product, so what you were planning to sell the products for on Amazon. When a customer places an order on one of your products on Amazon, Amazon will then handle the entire transaction for you. This whole process is automated from picking your product off the shelf, packing it into a box, and mailing it out to your customer. Once your product arrives to the customer, Amazon will even follow up with the customer and make sure everything's okay. And if there is anything that needs to be adjusted, Amazon will complete that for you as well. Alright, so now that you understand the basics of FBA, let's now go into what some of the major benefits of Fulfillment by Amazon are. One of the major benefits of Fulfillment by Amazon is that it essentially makes the income generated by selling products much more passive in nature. If you've ever been involved in the tedious task of fulfillment, you'll understand how frustrating it can be and how time consuming it can be. By going through Amazon FBA, you're essentially outsourcing the entire fulfillment process, and that's going to free up time for you, so that it enables you to spend more time on other business activities. If you're doing all of the shipping and all of the packing yourself, then whenever you get a jump in sales on Amazon, then while it's going to be a good thing in terms of getting more sales, it's going to end up turning into a lot more work for you. So it's going to have its benefit and downside. Whereas if you're having Amazon do all of the packing and sending for you, then any jump in sales is just going to be extra income with no added work to you. And with Amazon FBA, you can be ensured that your products are going to get to your customers on time. Using Amazon's FBA service is also going to qualify you for Amazon Prime. So all of your products are going to automatically qualify for Prime shipping. Prime members will know that when they purchase your product, they're going to actually get 2 free-day shipping. So your customers are going to trust you as an Amazon seller. They're going to know that they're going to get their products quickly, and they're also going to get those products at no shipping cost. Another major benefit is the Amazon algorithms actually favor people who are on the FBA system. The reason being is because Amazon know that people in using this service are going to be providing the customer with the best possible customer service, and what that does is it's going to increase the chances of that customer purchasing through Amazon again. So what this means is that by using the FBA service, you're going to more likely win the buy box, which is the box on the product detail page where customers can actually click to start the buying process by putting the product in their cart. It'll also, even when customers have click settings to put the lowest price first, your product is more likely going to show up higher in the buy box than other products that might be cheaper who are not using the FBA service. Another benefit is that when you start using the FBA service, it's not just limited to selling products on Amazon. So even if you have an e-commerce store or a Shopify store, you can actually connect that to the FBA service and sell products through there and have FBA do all of the packaging and sending for you from those stores as well. And what this might do for you is it might be able to enable you to create multiple channels of generating leads and traffic to your products, and therefore you're more likely to sell more. Okay, so while the benefits that we've just spoken about are enticing, it's important to consider some of the drawbacks before we jump in and get started with FBA. The first challenge that you're going to have is finding a product that is actually going to be profitable for you. So you're actually going to have to put in a bit of research. Unless you already have a product to sell, or unless you already have an idea of a product that you want to sell and you already know that it's going to be profitable, the likelihood is that you're going to have to do a bit of research to find what is profitable. And that might be a bit of a learning curve, learning exactly how to find these products. This is certainly something that I'll discuss in more detail in my next video, which once I've completed, I'll link up here. Once you've identified a product that you want to sell, you're then going to have to invest. So you're actually going to have capital in order to start an FBA store, in order to start an Amazon store using FBA. So you're actually going to need to fork out money to get started. And depending on what product that you're purchasing and how many products you think you're going to need, this could be a financial risk in that potentially you could buy a product and it doesn't sell as well as what you might think, and in the long run what that might also equate to is additional fees from Amazon, because they actually do start to charge you fees if your products stay around in the warehouse for too long. The other thing to consider is that FBA isn't free, so you do have to pay depending on how much space your product takes up and how long it sits there. So you kind of do need to have a good understanding of your sales volume and being able to track how much inventory you need in the warehouse to remain profitable, but not to extend your costs too far. When selling any product on Amazon, Amazon takes a 15% referral fee. When using the FBA service, then on top of that, they're also going to take out a fee for all of the shipping and handling costs. However, this is often a lot cheaper than what you would actually pay for shipping and handling yourself. When you sign up to the FBA service, you have to choose from one of two plans. Now, one plan is the individual plan and one is a professional plan. So for the individual plan, for every sale that you make, you're paying $1 to Amazon. With the professional plan, it's a monthly subscription of $40. So depending on whether you feel like you're going to be selling 40 plus more of your products per month, obviously that would depict whether you choose an individual or a professional plan. But it's also important to consider this cost into your decision when purchasing, when deciding what to sell on Amazon. As a general rule, you want to find products that you can sell for 5 times what you pay for them. So for example, if you can find a product for $3 and be able to sell that for a minimum of $15, then you're likely to be able to still gain a decent profit after all of the costs of the FBA service. Another complication that you might run into is with your responsibility to be getting the inventory to the fulfillment warehouse. So not only are you responsible for making sure that you have the right amount of inventory at the warehouse, but you also need to be responsible for getting the inventory there, which can sometimes be a bit of a headache. This is what makes Amazon FBA not quite to the point of being a passive income source. Another potential downside to the FBA service is that Amazon have a easy returns process. So essentially it's exactly what it sounds like. It makes it a lot easier for customers to return products, which potentially might increase your rate of returned product. Okay, so as you can see, Amazon FBA does have some pros and some cons. Now, the important thing to note here is that, in respect to the cons, you have to understand that every business has its downsides, and every business has its challenges and different barriers you need to go through. And in the big scheme of things, the barriers and the downsides to Amazon FBA potentially aren't that great. Obviously it's on an individual basis, so potentially for you, independent, despite these downsides, potentially this is still a viable option for you to start generating income online. So if this is something that you are interested in learning more about, be sure to look out for my next video where I'll run through all of the steps, the initial steps that you need to take in order to set up and start selling through the Amazon FBA service. I'll link to that video up here once I've done that video. So that's about all for today's video. I really hope that you got value from this and I've helped you make up your mind whether Amazon FBA is something that you do or don't want to get into. Again, if you did get value from this, please hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.